but we'll walk it back. Okay. Well, seen an otter on the way in. And no, I've never seen no skunk apes out here. I don't know what to believe when it comes to that kind of stuff, the Bigfoots and the skunk apes. And I mean, come on, realistically, if there was a species out here like that, I don't know if you ever seen a skunk ape, the way they identify a skunk ape, it don't look nothing like a Bigfoot. It just goes an eagle. This thing's got huge teeth. It looks more like a creature out of a nightmare story than any kind of primate or something like that. I'll have to find a picture of one and show you what they say they're looking like. But they don't look nothing like a Bigfoot. And let me tell you, if they do exist, and if they are real, if I ever come across one, if I ever see one, you'll know I'm not bullshitting, because I ain't coming back out here. I'm not going to come out here and do no tree knocking and mess with it or anything, man. That's how you know they're real, because people ain't going to mess with it. A creature like that, okay. If it is real, you ain't going to go back in the woods. You ain't going to go back in the woods, let me tell you. But you got these people in these channels that kind of do the same thing that I do, just go out in the woods and play around and hike and everything else like that. I'm just going to give a view where I'm at. Okay, cougars, bears. I mean, you see a cougar, you don't want to mess with it. See a bear, you don't want to mess with it. You ever see a grizzly bear stalk you, you'll make some changes in your life alone, less than a skunk ape or a Bigfoot. So, I mean, come on, guys. And the always blurry pictures in today's technology, every picture of Bigfoot's blurry. Oh, that's funny. But, okay, let's get back to what I do. Of course, we all know, well, let me get this on. I hope we all know. I have a van called Nomad. We're going to talk on the way back. And I'm going to be doing a lot of testimony out here. Of my life, kind of why I'm out here in a van, because those are the interesting stories to me. You know, you see all these people driving around in these vans, and what made you come out in the van? What made you live that kind of lifestyle? Was it by choice? Or what's going on here, you know? I mean, me, which I'm kind of getting to that kind of stories later in my other parts, but I've been traveling since I was a young kid. I mean, I've always loved to go places, to travel. So, I always thought it was kind of cool to live in a vehicle. Or would be cool to live in a vehicle, but this is back in the late 80s, early 90s, you know? So, because I did it once here or there. Then I started being homeless, having to, you know, then I had to live and got in some bad places in my life, and I had to live in vehicles. Kind of makes you not want to live in a vehicle no more when you have to live in a vehicle. I mean, you're used to it, you know how to do it, but really kind of makes you not want to live in one anymore. But yet, here I am, building the van of my dreams and living in a van. Unlike most people that have vans, they have families, they have friends, they have backup. So, usually most of them have homes. Don't believe the hype. They're not full-time van lifes. They're just in it for the YouTube money. So, I do know that. And you van life people that watch. But, to each his own, you know. No haters here. No haters. Do what you gotta do in this life, man. Do what you gotta do. But I have none. I don't. I live in the van, strictly. And I've only been doing it straight now. Well, like I said, off and on my whole life. But I think I've spent more times living in a vehicle than I have indoors. But this time, you know, I got this van. Nomad. Everyone's got to name their vans, right? This one's Nomad, just straight Nomad. I've been a nomad my whole life, so the van gets named Nomad. And came to Florida from Illinois. First ride, you know. But unlike a lot of, like I say, unlike a lot of people, there's no backup. There's no home to go to. There's no one to call in case of emergency. It's just me. I mean, how strange is that? Even though I'm getting to that on my testimony, but I'll get to that eventually if you guys want to know how I ended up here. I'm just telling you about here today. But yeah, there's no backup. You know, there's no place to go.
Look into that. How you doing?
All right, how you doing?
You get some cool pictures.
Not yet. I seen an eagle and an otter.
Yeah, we hiked this. An otter.
Yeah, an otter right on the trail. I walked up on it coming in, and it just took off, but I don't know where it went.
Yeah.
We've only seen one small gator in the water. That's it.
Yeah.
This trail used to have good ones in the creek right there.
Water's just low.
Yeah, it dried up a little bit. I always feel embarrassed. Always feel embarrassed when I get caught talking on the GoPro. But, okay, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. But yeah, so there's no one to call in case of emergency. No place to go in case of emergency. This is true nomadic lifestyle. There's there's no mother to call. There's no father to call. There's no friends to call. There's no one to call. It's just me. So, I mean, it's do or die, man. It's do or die. But it's been that way my whole life, basically, since I was 16. So I'm kind of used to it. And let me tell you, van life ain't all that it's cracked up to be, man. It really isn't. It really isn't. I mean, how do you date? I mean, I just came off of a bad relationship. We tried the van life together. I pretty much knew it wasn't going to work. But that was one of the reasons I bought a van when I did. So, but man, it's rough. Especially me, you know, I ain't got that roaming income. I ain't got that income to keep me out here without going to work. So I travel. I mean, I travel, but I can only travel every 6 months or longer because I have to work. I have to work a full-time job. And I work at Walmart. I'm sorry to say that, but hey, it gets me by. It's another reason I live in a van. But with Walmart, you can travel. With Walmart, you can actually move every 6 months. So that's cool. I think that's the only reason I stay with them. It's not that I can't get a better job or won't get a better job. It's just I wanted to be able to travel. I had my own business for a while. It did good. It's just I had to stay at home all the time, and I had to be indoors constantly. I didn't want that. So I gave it up, went to Walmart, just so I can get that travel and start going where I want to go in life. And I don't even want, you know, I want to travel, but man, it's rough. It's rough, you know, there's a lot of worries, man. What if your van breaks down? Where are you going? What's your backup? You got enough money in the bank? You know, I mean, it's when you just can't go home or you can't go to a family member's, it's a lot different. So I'm a true nomad. There is no going back to anything else. If I got to move indoors, I got to go pay rent. I got to break my bank, move in. But I know that would only last for a year or 2 years because I get jittery and I got to go when I'm living indoors in an apartment. I do enjoy being out. It's just expensive. It's not cheap living in a van. But that's kind of my story right now. So I'll be quiet, finish this trail run. Hope somebody's listening. See, I don't know which way to go. Do I go that way or do I go this way? I wasn't paying attention coming in. But I love doing photography, so I've always had that photography blood. Everybody comes out to Myakka for the gators. Gator, gator, gators. So yeah, I'm working at a Walmart out here in Florida. So I'm just kind of around where I'm working at. That's a whole nother story why I ended up here. Not a very good one. But I'm here. In my van. When I got my van, it had nothing. Nothing. I wanted an empty van. I wanted to build on it. But I wanted to build on it on the road. I didn't want to build it all before I left and everything else like that. I'm the type of person, I gotta live in something to know what I want in there, to know what I need in there. So I've been building in it. It's coming along. I mean, it's really coming along. One thing I learned is if you're in Florida, you need a friggin' air conditioner. Didn't have no air conditioner when I got here. Ooh, the first summer started out brutal. It gets hot here in the summer. I don't like it. Winters are absolutely beautiful. Summers are brutal. But I'm thinking about staying another year. Heading out next year. Dealing with some problems here, so. But this time around, the van life to me is all about healing. I need to heal. And that's what it is for me right now. And that's like I said, why are you people in this van life? Because I see it more of a healing thing than anything else. I mean, there's a particular reason why you do this kind of lifestyle, because nature is healing. Walking in the woods is healing. Sometimes van life isn't. Like sleeping in parking lots and stuff like that, and dealing with crazy people banging on your vans. I never had to deal with that yet. But I'm sure it's coming. But van life is all about healing for me. I want to heal. I need to heal. And it's time to heal. So I'll be out here till I heal. And if I heal, and I'm in a better place when I heal, I might continue with it. Because I've always been a hiker. I've always loved to play in the woods. Always loved to be in the woods. So, I don't know what to expect from this channel. I don't know who's gonna follow. I don't know who's gonna care. But sorry. Hey.
That's a big glass out. Huh?
Yeah. That's why you got to get out here early. No matter where you go out here. No matter where you go out here, there's people. There's people. Florida's got some beautiful woods. No matter where you go, it's just, nature's just beautiful. Woods are beautiful. Different kinds. It's good to see the different kinds. Like that is just ferns growing off the trees. Just beautiful. Ooh, that bee just hit me on the nose. Yeah, it used to be a lot fuller. I'll get back to my testimony next week, I hope. Hope I got time to come out. See, it's pretty far back. Yeah, because once it gets about this time, people just come. So you got to get out here early. Well, we got to get out here early. Best thing to do is to camp out here. But during this time of year, they're always full. So I don't even bother. But I've camped out here a lot. It's usually my weekend spot, but winter's getting over with. Summer gets too hot. But summertime, there's always camping sites available. As long as you got air conditioner, you can at least get their power for the weekend for a couple days, or as long as you want to stay. It's pretty far out. It's about 45 minutes from my work. So it's not something I want to drive every morning. I see the parking lot. Okay. I'll see you guys next time. If you're interested. Peace out for now.